Hello guys, my name is Paulo Sergio, and this is my first art channel. This is my first art channel and my first video on my art channel. And this is gonna be a channel about my art journey, everything I do with art. I'm a painter. I love drawing. I have tried tattooing, and I'm gonna learn more about tattooing, so I'm going to be bringing videos about tattooing as well. And I'm basically I love experimenting with new stuff in the art world. I love it. I've painted with many different mediums. I paint in I try to create in as many ways as possible, and I'm going to be bringing my art adventures here to this channel now from now on. I've painted for about 4 or 5 years now, and I've always been ashamed or scared of bringing my art out and showing my process, showing everything. And I've never studied, I've never had any formal courses with teachers about art. And for the most time, like for the first 3 years that I've painted, I never studied at all. I just picked up the paintbrush and started drawing and painting and learning by myself how to do everything. And then after a while, I bought 3 books, which I'm going to talk about them maybe in another video. But I bought 3 books. One of them was an anatomy book. The other 2 ones were by James Gurney. One of them is called Imaginative Realism, and I really enjoyed that book. Most of my techniques that I use nowadays come from James Gurney's books. But I have loads of paintings and loads of different painting supplies that like cheap generic ones, but in very different ones. Like I have markers, I have acrylic paints, I have oil paints, I have watercolors, I have spray paints. I have a lot of different things. As I said, I like experimenting with stuff. So this channel is gonna be a lot of experimentation and me trying out new stuff and just showing to you guys how I like to create art. So I also have a vlogging channel. It's called Paulo Landim Jr. The link is probably going to be on the page of this channel. I vlog in Brazilian Portuguese over there. I am Brazilian, and I'm bringing this channel in English because I want to reach a wider audience. So I'm gonna keep these videos always subtitled in Portuguese, so my Portuguese audience can also watch these videos without any complications. Because I really like my audience that I have on my vlogging channel. Everyone is really always supportive, and they really seem to like my content. So I want to make this available for them and also for the rest of the world, because barely any part of the world speak Portuguese. It's very little. Like almost no one speaks Portuguese. It's such a beautiful language, but most people just speak English. So I'm gonna be making this channel in English completely with Portuguese subtitles. I always like to focus on how in order to paint, you don't need much stuff. All you need really is your creativity, any brush, and any paints. When I started painting, I used all of my things that I use for painting together cost $10 because I bought it in reais, which is the Brazilian currency, and everything came out to about 50 reais, which is like $10. And all I needed was like a cheap watercolor set of paints, a cheap brush, and watercolor paper. and then I started painting like pretty much every day. Each month I would buy new watercolor paper, and I loved painting because it was a part of my life where I was coming into my adult life, and I was kind of lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know where I wanted to go with my life, and I didn't really have any way of expressing all of that confusion and fear almost. So I started painting a lot in order to vent and express myself. And that was the phase when I started painting. It was the part of my life where I painted the most with most frequency. Nowadays, I barely paint anymore, and that's another reason why I wanted to make this channel, so it would be a reason for me to paint more because I love painting, but I just don't get to it as frequently anymore. There's no incentive. So this channel is like my new fuel for painting. I want to paint to show you guys about art and to inspire people to do more art and to create more. And yeah, like painting and drawing got me through really hard parts of my life emotionally. And nowadays, I don't use it as a tool for getting out of emotional holes anymore. I just use it for enjoyment. Like, I enjoy the process of painting. I really do enjoy creating images, beautiful, breathtaking images. And that's all I like to do. Usually, I have a hard time painting too because I put too much expectation on my drawings and my paintings, and sometimes it becomes even a painful process for me to just get in front of the paper and draw because I expect too much of myself, and I honestly I just sometimes give up drawing in the middle of the drawing because I'm like disappointed in the result so much. Not because it's bad, but because I'm demanding too much of myself doing it. While I'm doing it, I'm thinking this is not good enough. You know better than this. You've studied to do better than this. How are you still performing this badly? And that's while I'm painting. But after, I don't look if I don't look for that painting for 2 days and I look at it with a fresh mind, I look at it and I think, wow, this is good. This is like not bad at all. This is good. My mind was just like sabotaging me for some reason. And so I never have any ways to vent those feelings because like there aren't many people that paint that can understand those kinds of feelings. So I just decided I'm gonna start putting those feelings out there through my YouTube channel. But yeah, that was the video. This was my speed paint. This took me around 5 hours to complete total, and this is the result. I love contrasting reality with cartoony images. I'm gonna leave a link to an artist that really inspired me to do this painting in specific. But that was it. That was my video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I worked really hard for this painting, and if you like the video, subscribe. There's gonna be weekly videos. I hope. I'm gonna try. And thank you very much.